What are your top three biggest threats we're facing today in America? Not worldwide, specifically in America. If you were to say, number one is this, number two it is, number three is this, what would you say it is?
I think number one is the Fed. I think the Fed has gone off the rails. You know, they believe there's no inflation going on. I think the inflation is showing up it has been showing up in the stock market, it's showing up in real estate. I think it's showing up in things like Bitcoin. I mean, people are just losing their minds trying to figure out how they're not going to lose the value of a dollar. So I think the Fed's a big problem. I do think that the political system's a problem. I think the parties are focused on themselves, not on what the American people want. And I think we've engineered this system through both the introduction of dark money, but also in terms of the way we've structured the voting system, the election system. What I'm talking here about is closed primaries. I'm talking about the fact that if you don't do what the party says, they'll primary you out the next time. So I think the political system is a big problem. And I think the unwillingness of the federal government to really focus on the things that matter to, Alexander Hamilton understood industrial policy. He understood economic strength. He understood that national security, United States security came out of growing the economic power and prosperity of the American people. And to do that, you had to put the American people first. Industrial policy, we don't have to have a centralized economy, but we do have to recognize that other countries, Germany, Japan, China in particular, have industrial policies that are set to erode the economic productivity of America. I think having the government understand this and really, focus on economic prosperity of Americans is really the third, and our industrial policy, the third piece of that. And so, financial, I think political, and I think economic is our number 1, 2, and 3 problems in this country.
You think we're about to have a third party after what happened with Liz Cheney and how she opposed the Republican Party has been now divided into two? You think it's going to turn into something else, or you think they'll eventually unite?
I really subscribe to what Catherine Gale and Michael Porter wrote in the book, The Politics Industry. I think what happened in Alaska in November is going to happen more. I don't think it's we're going to have 3 parties. I think what's going to happen is, particularly what happened with all the mail-in ballots in the November elections, where state secretaries basically came up and unilaterally decided to send out massive mail-in ballots. I think the legislatures are standing back up and saying, hey, no, we had a constitution, we had a state constitution said, and our U.S. Constitution said this legislature is supposed to determine voting rules, not the executive branch of a state. So I think you're starting to see votes in that. I think you're going to see people stand up and say, look, I'm tired of the parties not doing what I asked. So it's not about Liz Cheney. It's about DC that doesn't work for the people anymore.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.